Hi everybody, it's Miss Kim.
I'm Miss Laura.
And today is the day before Halloween.
It's Halloween Eve.
Halloween Eve. I like that.
Yeah. Oh, Hallows Eve. No, is that Halloween?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't know.
We don't know our holidays.
We're not really
sure. It's the day before Halloween.
And we're very excited about it because Halloween is an awesome holiday.
It really is fun.
Because you get to dress up in costume, which was always fun. I think my favorite childhood costume, I went as Barbie one year, which is really cool because, that was back in the 80s, but now Barbie's all popular again.
I always made my own costumes. I was a pumpkin once. I was a stoplight. That was a great box. Couldn't walk upstairs because it hung to my knees.
That's a good one.
I had to hop upstairs. I've always been I've gone as a ghost a lot. We always like the ghost costumes.
That's a classic.
Scarecrow.
That's also a classic one. Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Just scary people in general.
Yeah.
Best one though, actually, I will say, when I got older, I actually dug a hole in my parents' front yard and laid in it and scared everybody who went by.
That probably would have terrified me as a child because I don't like scary things, but I love Halloween.
I like Halloween. It's good. Halloween is good.
Halloween is a lot of fun. My mom always loved Halloween. Christmas was
she
my
still
dad.
Loves Halloween.
Oh, she does. Yes, Christmas was my dad's holiday, but Halloween was my mom's, and she always decorated like way beyond what anybody else would do. And she still does that. She has lots of decorations, which some of you have seen at the library in the past. Yeah.
Most of the haunted hayride and the haunted library that we've done, were about half of them were her family's decorations.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Granny. We love you. So what did you read for Halloween?
I read Click, Clack, Boo.
All right.
Yeah, it's fun.
No other explanation at all.
Well, I mean, it's the series, which the Click, Clack, Moo, Cows That Type, which I love. So it's all about farm animals, and Farmer Brown does not like Halloween, so it's fun.
All right.
You just have to listen.
Well, I read Grumpy Monkey, Don't Be Scared.
I love Grumpy Monkey.
I had to say the word fart. Oh. And it was a good, because there's a polecat in here, and a polecat's a skunk, and it smells terrible. So yeah, that's what that part of it. He's going trick-or-treating. He's scared to go trick-or-treating, but he doesn't want to admit he's scared. So finally in the end, he's all good, but he's Grumpy Monkey.
Can you sit down, Newt?
Newton, sit down. No? Okay, he won't sit down.
I'm not sure, because we brought our friend back, and I'm not sure how Newt feels about him.
No, he keeps staring at him. We should probably put him away, actually. He's getting the evil eye.
Yeah, it's okay, Newt.
Yeah, the stink eye. It's not good.
Well, we hope everybody has fun trick-or-treating tomorrow night.
Yes.
And if you're in the area, stop by the library, because we would love to see your costumes.
That's true.
Yeah.
That would be fun. We don't work that night, though.
No, but we still like seeing costumes.
Oh, yeah. If they come in earlier.
We're there during the day.
That's true.
Because I will be out trick-or-treating.
I will not. We live so far from the road, and there'll be nobody at our house to get candy.
That's true. That is always the downside of being in a more rural area where your house is really far from everybody else's.
You can walk down the 400 some odd foot driveway to get to us if you want to. We want to make candy. But you can come say hi. I'll just stop now.
Yeah. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween.
Click, Clack, Boo by Doreen Cronin and Betsy Lewin. Farmer Brown does not like Halloween. Witches give him nightmares. Pirates give him shivers. Jack-o'-lanterns flicker spooky shadows on the wall. Farmer Brown leaves a bowl of candy on the porch. He puts up a do not disturb sign. He draws the shades and locks the door. But in the barn, the Halloween party has just begun. There is a crunch, crunch, crunching as the mice scurry across the field. There's a creak, creak, creaking as the sheep slowly push open the barn door. There's a tap, tap, tapping, and the cows go to the window to let the cats in. Farmer Brown does not like the sounds of Halloween night. He checks the lock on the door. He peeks through the window. There is a dark creature standing beneath the trees. Farmer Brown runs to his room, pulls on his pajamas, and climbs under the covers. He hears the crunch, crunch, crunching of leafy footsteps heading towards the house. There is a creak, creak, creaking on the old boards of the front porch. Then a tap, tap, tapping on the front door. Farmer Brown pulls up his covers tight. He hears a quack, quack, quackle in the crisp night air. Quackle. Farmer Brown jumps out of bed. The porch is empty. The candy bowl is gone. There is a new note on the Farmer Brown's door. Halloween party at the barn. Farmer Brown runs to the barn. There's a creak, creak, creaking on the old boards of the front porch, and a crunch, crunch, crunching of leafy footsteps heading toward the barn. There's a tap, tap, tapping on the window. Best costume. Happy Halloween. The end.
Grumpy Monkey, Don't Be Scared by Suzanne Lang. It was Halloween in the jungle, the spookiest night of the year, but it was also a night for treats, so Jim Pansy and his friends braved the dark in the hope that they might get some good ones. As they walked, Jim noticed how different everything looked at night. The trees looked eerie, and he kept hearing a strange knocking sound. "What's that noise?" asked Jim. "There are a lot of night noises in the jungle," said Porcupine. "Don't be scared." "Well, I'm not scared," said Jim. "The only thing I'm scared of," said Leslie the giraffe, "is not getting any treats." Suddenly a creepy cackling could be heard. "Ha ha ha ha!" "Just another night noise?" gulped Jim. "Someone should look behind the tree," said Norman. "Not it," shouted Leslie. "Not it," echoed Jim, Norman, and Warthog. "I'll do it," said Porcupine. She walked closer to the tree and closer. "Be careful," called Warthog. "It's just Hyena," Porcupine said. "Don't be scared." "I'm not scared," said Jim. "Ha ha, happy Halloween," called Hyena, tossing treats to Jim and his friends. The sky grew even darker. Suddenly something slimy wrapped itself around Jim's leg. "Something's got Jim!" Warthog screamed. "Ah!" "It's just Aardvark," said Porcupine. "Don't be scared." "I'm not scared," said Jim. "I am," said Warthog. "Pleased to meet you, and a very good Halloween to you all," Aardvark said, giving them some treats. The friends continued their walk. The wind whistled, and Jim shivered. "It's getting late," he said. "Maybe we should go home." "I could do with a few more treats," said Norman. "Me too," said Porcupine. "I haven't got anything I like." "Tell me about it," said Warthog. "More like smell me about it," said Leslie. "Who farted?" "She who smelt it, dealt it," declared Warthog. The smell was getting stronger. It smelled like rotten eggs mixed with old cabbage soup and armpits. It made Jim's eyes water. "That's not fart," said Norman. "What is it?" asked Jim. "It's just Polecat, said Porcupine. Pole what? Asked Warthog. Polecat, said Porcupine. He's a night animal. Don't be scared, said Leslie. I'm not scared, said Jim. Actually, said Porcupine, you should be a little scared. Don't come in my house, shouted Polecat, spraying the stinkiest liquid Jim had ever smelled. Run, screamed Warthog. That was close, said Norman. Bet your butt it was, said Leslie. Jim looked around. It was so dark that he had no idea where they were. And when he heard the knocking sound again, but in the deep dark, Jim couldn't tell where the sound was coming from. Don't be scared, said Porcupine. It's just night noises. I'm not scared, squeaked Jim. Suddenly, 2 glowing eyes flashed overhead. Aye, 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 screamed the eyes, which seemed to be darting all around. Jim couldn't take it anymore. The cold, the dark, the smells, the noises, it was all too much. I'm scared, he screamed. I'm really, really scared. Jim felt something tap his shoulder. Don't be scared, a little voice said. I'm Aye-Aye. The knocking and screaming were me. I was knocking on trees looking for bugs to eat. You and your friends startled me, so I screamed. I guess we both got scared, said Jim. It's okay, said Norman. Everyone feels scared sometimes. Here, have some Halloween treats, said Aye-Aye. Finally, some good treats, said Warthog. Jim and his friends shared the yummy treats. They took turns scaring each other. Boo, shouted Leslie from behind a tree. Boo, shouted Porcupine, popping out from under a pile of leaves. It was a spooky good time. Cold, dark, noisy, and smelly. Pee-you. Treats, said Polecat.